Yo. Welcome to a thing. What on earth do I make the post for this? In probably Windows and Microsoft. I don't know if active directory is a tag, but throw that in there. Getting set up here for a second. Sure. This seems fun. Sorry about this, gang. Just getting settled real quick. So, here is the situation. I need screenshots of Active Directory stuff for a blog post. And in order to do that, I need an Active Directory lab to get those screenshots. So I'm like, hey, maybe there will be like one person who wants to watch me install Windows. How's it going, by the way, DK? Hope you're doing well. I also just got like a bolt screwed into my mouth, so hopefully this is something that is relaxing and doesn't require a lot of talking. We will see how long my mouth lasts. Anyway. So I lied. We're not actually installing Windows first. I want to install OPNsense, because installing pfSense kind of sucks now. And I do want to have the option to play with DHCP stuff without breaking my entire home network, because that's a bad time. I don't have a configuration to import. Last time I tried to install this, it like didn't work and made me angry. Oh boy. Does it tell me anywhere what my MAC addresses are? No, it does not. Wait, yes it does. 2796 is my WAN. So that is EM0. And then the LAN, EM1. Alright, cool. I know the text on that screen is kind of small, but there's actually not much I can do to make it bigger. sorry. How's it going, Ish? Hope you're doing well. It's exciting stuff today. We're installing Windows. It's great. Aren't you excited to watch? Interesting. Log in as installer. No, this is not a game. I am literally just installing Windows. Fine. I guess I will not use ZFS. Oh my goodness. Sure. Just all default. No, I'm doing it because I need a screenshot for a blog post. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I want to stream, so I guess I will stream installing Windows Server and setting up Active Directory. Literally just need screenshots. And this seems like an easy way to get screenshots. Yeah, I was surprised that I didn't really see any Teams messages today. It was nice. Meant I got to actually sleep for most of the day once the procedure was done. You can ask how it went. It went well. A little bit sore, but not too bad. I feel good enough to be sitting here talking right now. I had them give me the IV sedation because past experience has shown that I am liable to jump out of the chair, which is not a good time. And so I figured that would just be easier for everyone. And so I was kind of tired when I got home, but I slept a fair bit. I feel pretty good. I've been taking pain medicine just to stay on top of it, but it hasn't seemed entirely necessary. I feel pretty good. I thought they were actually going to put the temporary crown on there, but the only thing they put in there was the bolt. No, this was the implant. They already removed the tooth, so they were just putting in the implant now. So there's just a titanium bolt in my mouth right now. They did prescribe me an antibiotic, so I guess they were concerned about something, but that's about it. So I am taking that, and that's the only thing. They didn't prescribe me any special pain medication, just over-the-counter stuff. Your standard Tylenol and Motrin. Yeah, it's actually not that painful. I can feel that it's there, and that's about it. I am aware of it, but it's not super painful. No, this is FreeBSD. It's OPN Sense, which is basically just FreeBSD, which is a Unix variant. Can I change the boot order? Is that a thing that I'm allowed to do? Yeah, I'm in a VM right now. I do not see an immediately obvious way to change the boot order. So I guess I'll just shut down so I can remove the ISO. I am currently using VMware Workstation because it's easier to capture than trying to use VirtualBox or Hyper-V. Okay, I don't want to boot to the disk, so I'm gonna yank the ISO and then restart. No, that's fine. You're wondering how I managed to capture a fresh install? Yeah, I'm just using VMs. I would have loved to just use Hyper-V because I already have it installed. Because I use WSL for being able to play with Linux stuff. But VMware is just easier to capture in OBS. Because when you maximize it, it actually stays maximized, and so the window is always going to be the same size. I need to set my LAN IP address. No, do not use DHCP. Let's see, we'll do 254, I guess. Do /24. Not configure IPv6. And we do not want DHCP. Sure. Sure. Okay. Fantastic news, everyone. We can now install Windows. We are finally at the point where I can do what the actual point of the stream was. Hopefully this ISO just works. Because I don't know. I downloaded the evaluation ISO, and I don't know if that does anything special. And let us install the Windows. Wow, what riveting stuff. Beautiful progress bar. How's the volume on the music, by the way? Is it too loud or too quiet, or is it good? It's a good balance? Okay, good. have it to about where it normally is. So I figured it would be okay, but just making sure. Coming through nice and crispy. Good. Excellent. It's amazing how I used the Blue Yeti for so long. I'm like, yeah, this is a good microphone. And then you switch over to an XLR. And you're like, oh, the Blue Yeti was kind of garbage. The Blue Yeti, not as good as I originally thought it was. That's how you feel about your mic right now? I mean, definitely, at the very least, wait until Black Friday, because I'm sure you'll be able to find something on sale. At minimum, wait until Black Friday. What on earth just happened to my audio? Hello? It's got a weird crackle. My voice is crackling too? Where? Okay, is this better? I restarted voice meter. Voice meter did not like that virtual machine rebooting. It was not impressed with that. It was not happy with that. It's wonderful timing. Mic issues right after we were talking about how good it is. Yep. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. How's it going, CyberRat? Yeah, this is just VMware. I do have a... I don't know if I'd call it a home lab, but it is a server. But that's just running Proxmox, basically. So this is just VMware because I need a screenshot for a blog post that I want to do. How do you control delete in VMware again? I have forgotten. Control-Shift-N? Is that real or did you just make that up? Okay. Like, that doesn't sound correct, but I have no evidence to back you or to dispute you. Okay, let's make this screen not this tiny size. Let's get some VMware tools going in here. Alright, enjoy your dinner-ish. Yeah, I don't remember what Control-Alt-Delete is in VMware. Oh well, it's fine. I can just go through the menu, I guess. Oh, right. This is a Windows 11 style, so let's give me like the old network and sharing center. This was peak. Why did we ever go away from this? Why did we ever leave this? We'll give this .5, I guess, just arbitrarily. There we go. Does that give me internet? Does that work? I do not appear to have internet still. Interesting. Can I get a better browser installed on here? Can I get a browser that doesn't just completely suck installed on here? Oh wait, I do have internet. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to install Chrome if I didn't have internet. Jason, you absolute moron. Alright, cool. Well, that works. So let's rename this server. I swear the Chrome downloader has just gotten slower over the years. I swear every computer that I install Chrome on, it just gets slower. Oh, it did finally finish. I didn't see that it finished. Okay. Reboot yet again. Should probably increase the zoom so that people can actually see the text on the screen. That's probably a smart play. I should also set my time zone because that is wildly incorrect. That is not even remotely correct. There we go. There we go. And then just have the screen not turn off. Cool. Okay. We are ready. That might be a bit too big. 150 might be a bit much. Hopefully that's fine. Active Directory domain services. Incredible. While I'm waiting, I can take a look at that OPN sense config. Sure. Sure. We have an America, New York. There we go. And then do one of these. Sure. WAN, DHCP, seems fine. LAN, don't do DHCP. I already set this. Do we have any updates? Given I literally downloaded this today, I hope not. There are, in fact, updates. Cool. Okay, I guess we're done here. Now, let us promote this server to a domain controller. Fine. Seems fine. This is all fine. There we go. Now we reboot yet again. It's doing its thing. I think I'd like... Actually, let's just start installing the second server. Let's just get that started. Let's get that going. There we go. So that's going in the background. This is still booting up. Very slowly. Ugh. Which of these servers will boot up first? The one that rebooted like 5 minutes ago, or the one that is literally installing Windows from scratch? I feel like there's a chance that it's going to be the one that's installing Windows from scratch. This is extremely slow. The glories of running Windows in a VM. So much fun. Yeah, I think this one's gonna boot up before this one. Still applying computer settings. Any year now, this will finish loading. One day, it will finish. Today is not that day. Oh, it finally booted. Remarkable. Truly astounding. All right, we have Active Directory. Truly remarkable. Let's make some OUs. So that if I want to do group policy stuff in the future, I can. Okay. Set up a group for myself. Should not click this checkbox, but for me, I think it is fine. Okay, I have an account for myself to make things a little easier. Let's get some VMware tools on here now. Can I have a screen resolution that's like actually a screen resolution? Did it already do forwarders for me? Yes, it did. Thank you, Microsoft. While I'm doing stuff, let's get some DHCP going in here. There we go. Gonna make the display a little zoomed in more. Disable screen off. And then we can make this .10. Okay. Do we have internet? Can I connect to the interwebs? Yes, I can. Beautiful. Okay. Let's get a better browser installed. And let's get some DHCP going on here. Don't want that. Don't have any exclusions. Let's go something a little shorter on the lease time, because this is a lab. It's going to complain because that isn't actually running DNS yet. But it'll get over it. Yes, I still want to add it. I want to have a Win server. Yes, activate scope. Okay. Beautiful. I forgot to rename my server. And while I'm here, I'll just join it to the domain. Just since I'm already in this screen. There we go. It's not happy about something. Don't know what. I forgot to change the time zone. Is that going to be a problem? Hope that's not going to be a problem. Let's turn off Azure Arc Sync because I don't want it. Same over here. Disabled. It did not remember my scale setting across accounts. So let's fix that. And let's now get a little more Active Directory going. Let's get 1.2.16.0.10. And do I need to adjust anything here? I should wait and do that actually after I've actually promoted it. There we go. That should be fine. Okay, we have 2 domain controllers. Beautiful. Only took us an hour. Okay, now what exactly do I need screenshots of? Alright, I guess this to start with. There we go. Then file. Go to that's file, add, remove, snapper. How do I want to word this? Can you select multiple of these at a time? No. Okay. Which of these do I need? I'm in the wrong place. Hello? There we go. Transfer FSMO roles. Because I forget which snap-ins you need in the MMC to actually do this. You need Active Directory schema. I know that. I know you need users and groups. What's the third one? Domains and trusts. Okay. Cool. Booked there. Okay. Why did I reboot this? Right, to join it. Flexing on them DevOps after tippy taps. How's it going, Cypher Rush? Hope you're doing well. Just installing Active Directory for fun, as you do. What's cooking? I'm working on a blog post about FSMO roles, and I wanted some screenshots of various steps in the process. So I'm like, I will just stream installing Active Directory. Because I'm sure there's one person somewhere who finds that riveting. So I'm gonna need a screenshot of this, I guess. Where is my other domain controller? Active Directory is basically the Microsoft implementation of LDAP. So it does like your login management and stuff. Where is my second server? I don't know why it didn't autofill that. That's fine. And then I want a screenshot of this window. I guess I don't need to actually change this, I just want a screenshot of this window. So that's fine. And then same thing for this one. Why does it not have my new domain controller? Then I want a screenshot of this, so that's good. And this one is in here. That would be because I misspelled that, or rather I forgot my label. There we go. And then, do I need a screenshot of each of these tabs? I think I really only need one tab, but oh well. Okay, cool. Now how do I do this with PowerShell? actually, I do want to check something in schema. Can I change this without being a schema admin? Yes, I can. Cool. Let me switch back to 01 and change this back. Why is that erroring? Microsoft? Microsoft, please. Okay, as 127001. So that's correct. Okay. I'm gonna try to log out and log back in, and maybe that magically changes something. In fact, I'm gonna log in as myself. Do I need to re-register that DLL, or is this just gonna work? It's just gonna magically work. Incredible. What do you mean the Schema Master is offline? It's right here. It's connected to the internet. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Okay, this one I have to register the DLL again. Service not running on boot, maybe? I guess. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but this is Windows we're talking about. I did not mean to hit that button. Go. Edge. Go away. I do not want you. I do not want you to be here right now, Edge. Huh? I don't know what service it would be that isn't running. It's just indie software house with a few South Asian programmers working on it. Exactly. Small indie company, please understand. Does it work now? Do I just need to turn it off and on again? Is that the key? Is that the missing piece? Now it's gonna do this for like 6 billion hours. Here we go. How to transfer or seize FSMO roles. That gives me the PowerShell thing. And then there's like a different way to do it through the command line as well. That I guess I will want. Took apply and no need to restart and wait 4 hours feature from Linux. I mean, I still feel like I have to restart a lot in Linux. The difference is that it doesn't take, as you say, 6 billion years for it to reboot when you reboot it. It comes up much more quickly. It comes up significantly faster. I forgot to change my time zone. I don't think that's what the issue is. But once again, this is Microsoft we're talking about. Maybe somehow having the wrong time zone just like breaks something. And I can't set my time zone. Ugh. How do you use tzutil again? I don't remember. Is it slash... What is it? Is it slash S? It is slash S. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, to be fair. I need to investigate why sometimes when you domain join a computer in Windows, it doesn't let you change the time zone. It just randomly decides sometimes, not always, sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. And I don't know what causes it. Should have left that window open. Because I might need, I do not need to re-register that DLL. Okay. Now, if I change it back to 1, is it gonna break? Well, why can I not change it? Why is it grayed out? Why? But why? Interesting. I feel like everything would be better with sudo. Yeah. Yes. Do I have to be in the schema admins? But it let me move it before without being in schema admins. Was it because I was doing it as administrator instead of as my admin account? Cool. Thank you. Appreciate you, Microsoft. Windows 11 search for like a 2-month period of time was so much better than Windows 10. And then at some point they broke it, and now it's just garbage again. Why? I don't understand. Why would you do that? Yeah, it needed to be in the schema admin. Gotta cram those ads somehow, but then why break it on server too? Because there's no ads on server. So why break it there too? Microsoft is just such a great company. What do you mean it failed? What are you talking about? I don't want you to open an Edge. I don't want to use Edge. No one wants to use Edge, Microsoft. No one likes this browser. Okay, this is pointless. Why did you take me here? Why did you take me to this page? I'm sorry for insulting your browser, Cypher. Okay. Can I change it in PowerShell? Does it work in PowerShell? Oh boy. Use it for browser share on stream because it's lightweight and contains none of my stuff. I guess that's fair. What a commandlet. What an incredible... I mean, the upside of PowerShell is that you don't have to wonder what a command does because it just tells you exactly what it does. Schema master. Yes. Directory service is unavailable. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Because I made a group change, I have to log out and log back in on here as well. Does it work better on the other server? Does it work on this server? I was not expecting this to be the problem that I ran into. Okay. I mean, the autocomplete still kind of sucks because it doesn't do a partial autocomplete. It'll just always autocomplete a full commandlet, and so you have to tab over and over until you get to the one you want. But I'll grant you, it's at least better than nothing. Okay. Is it something to do with the red services? I wouldn't think so. Because it's just clipboard and whatever this sync host is are the only ones that are set to automatic that aren't running. What service could possibly not be running? What could it possibly be? The only Active Directory related service is this one. Just those two. It is definitely not a connectivity issue. Auto time zone management is turned off. I set that to automatic and launch it. It does not seem interested in running. I wonder if that could be related to the issues with the time zone weirdness. Check connectivity. I am pretty sure connectivity is fine. Yes. Connectivity is fine. Replication seems to be doing something weird. Could not find the domain controller for this domain. You literally are, you are the domain controller. What do you mean? What are you talking about? You are the domain controller. That's the correct address. That's the correct address. So the DNS is fine. I don't know, what if I flip them? No. I was not expecting that to work, but it was worth a shot. This is probably not the most entertaining content that could possibly be streaming. I'm not sure what kind of permission problem it could be, because I guess I haven't given myself the enterprise admin group yet, because that's the only admin group that I'm missing is enterprise admin. So I guess I'll try giving myself that. Maybe you're creating things on admin. You tried to use things on user? Maybe? I could try going back to the admin. I'm gonna try the enterprise admin. If that doesn't go back, I'll try going back to the built-in admin. Yeah, okay. Let's try going back to the default administrator. How much RAM do you have? On the VM or on my computer? I only gave the VMs like 4 gigs each. I have 32 on my computer. Why not run 2 VMs? I am running 2 VMs. Do you mean have one connected to each of the accounts that I'm using. Yes, the second VM is handling something else. They're both domain controllers. I'm just kind of zeroed in on the one that I'm connected to right now because it's the one that currently has the role I'm trying to move off of it. So I assumed it would have a better shot. I don't know why that was off the screen, but sure. It's 201. Connect to server. Transfer. Not clicked in. Yes, I am sure. Current FSMO holder could not be contacted. Holder. Check the domain controller with DC diag and check your DNS configuration. My DNS is configured correctly. The dynamic registration of the DNS record failed on the following DNS server. Why is my DNS failing? Well, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Both the servers are in DNS. Destination server is pending a restart. However, I'm gonna demote. This is fine. It won't let me. Fine, we will do the stupid Windows updates. Updates failed. Cool. Thanks, Microsoft. Appreciate you. I don't think any of those updates are important. Problem was the network being detected as public instead of domain. How do I change that? Is that it's supposed to automatically use domain when you're connected to a domain. Why is it public? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Behavior of a false network classification can be caused because the NLA service starts before the domain is available. Sure. Network location awareness. I mean, it's set to manual. So if I like start it now, it still appears to be detecting it as public. do I get it to be domain? How do I fix this? Fine, I'll set it to automatic delayed start, I guess. So I am reading this Reddit post for this guy is saying that the issue is related to the network showing as public, which appears to be the case on this domain controller for reasons I do not understand. So that's where my troubleshooting is at the moment. So maybe that's what the issue is? Your DCs are not set to public. Yes, how do I fix that? Change the link speed on your network adapter from auto and hard code your network speed. What? Why would that be a solution? Ugh, what a great company Microsoft is. What a fantastic operating system they've created. Truly remarkable. Truly incredible. What is it set on this one? Is it also set wrong on this? Yes, this is also set to public. Why? How's it going, Keen? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the Owncast chat. We are deep into some very intense troubleshooting, so probably not the most entertaining stream in the world. What is this security update? Could this fix it? I'm gonna try that service fix on this one as well. It just is not changing. This one's almost done. Tried to set up a CDN to scale up RTMP and Nginx. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of work. Hope that goes well for you. And yes, Windows Server 2025 kinda sucks. But unfortunately, I have to use the version of Windows Server that is actually getting security updates. So I'm stuck with what I've got. My hands are a little bit tied. Can tell that you're deep into a troubleshooting session when your close button disappears from your tabs. That's how you can tell you have too many tabs open. This is 2023 though. So surely this ISO doesn't have a broken update from 2023 in it. Surely that's not a thing. Surely that's not correct. I would love for this update to finish or to start installing already. I would love that. That would make me very happy. It's downloading again? Oh. It's gonna reboot, see what happens. What a fun mechanic, isn't it? Yeah, it's great. Let's install Windows updates. That sounds like fun. Imagine if they add Space Pinball on Windows Update screens. Honestly, that wouldn't be a bad thing for them to add. I know we don't like all the bloat that Windows adds in every subsequent version of Windows. However, that I think is some bloat that I would be in favor of. I could get behind that. Did the NASCAR Truck Series race start? Is that a thing? Yes, NASCAR Truck Series is on. Spoilers, but Lane Riggs is in the lead. Fortunately, Lane Riggs is not fighting for the championship, so maybe the correct champion will win. Have I played any of the bloat games in Windows 11? I have not. I know in Windows 10 they made Solitaire like garbage, where it's like super ad infested and stuff. Is Minesweeper in 11? Those apps have ads now. Yeah, I think they added ads to Solitaire in Windows 10. I didn't know that 11 still had Minesweeper, because I thought they also got rid of that. Solitaire and casual games. Dare I unleash this on my computer? Wow. Oh, this is awful. The NASCAR Truck Series are basically pickup trucks. Turning left a lot. That's basically what it is. It's like the most American thing you could possibly think of. And I don't think that's necessarily a compliment to it. Wow. There's daily challenges for Solitaire. And then also other games. Oh, they do have Minesweeper. America can't stop Americanized American things. Exactly. Microsoft Minesweeper from Xbox Game Studios. It's still installing. We are saved from the new Minesweeper. Hot dogs with patty instead of sausage. Surely someone has done like a hot dog, except instead of a hot dog, it's just like cut up beef. Like not even a beef sausage, just like cut up slices of hamburger. Surely that's a thing that someone has done. Just a chili dog? Is that all that is? It's still set to public. Okay. I saw a registry edit thing that I can try. Fred service is now 4 instead of 2. Did I install Chrome on this? Oh, I did. Yeah, that's why it's at 4. Because Chrome has its services that are not running at the moment. Okay. We're going for the nuclear option. Soft. Windows NT. Current version. Network list. Profiles. You know you're in too deep when you open regedit. Yeah. Yeah. We're in way too deep. So the problem is that it's not detecting that we're connected to our domain network, I guess. So I don't know why that is. Whatever. Let's try this and see what happens. Okay. We should now, in theory, have a private network. I don't know that that's gonna fix anything, but it is a thing now. And also, I'm gonna reboot the other domain controller. We are very deep into the troubleshooting territory at this point. Late race caution in NASCAR. Very interesting. Active Directory basically used to manage credentials remotely. Not so much remotely, it's just so that if you have a bunch of Windows computers, you can have a centralized database of users and stuff. It's helpful if you have a file server, you can set permissions based on that. Or if you have people who need to log into more than one computer, you can just have one central database of credentials. And then you can deploy different policies to computers for settings and stuff. So a smaller case point is like managing a net cafe, kind of, yeah. Where you would have all your computers connected, and then you could set up your different policies to restrict what people can do on those computers and whatnot. Just to some extent. Just kind of more focused at businesses, but yeah, it's a similar idea. Okay, so we're still not detected as a domain network for some ungodly reason. But it should at least now be a private network. We at least now have a private network. I don't know how that helps us, but that sounds like progress. It seems like we've made some kind of progress. I feel like there's already an app that does this, but much easier. There might be. The main advantage to Active Directory is just because it's built straight into Windows. It integrates a lot easier if you happen to be using a lot of Windows computers, which a lot of corporations do. The disadvantages of AD, it's built right into Windows. Yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong. You'll deal with a lot of Microsoft-isms. Does Windows not come with Telnet anymore? Is that not a thing anymore? Ugh. Literally following Microsoft's own documentation for how to troubleshoot this. And it doesn't even come with the tool that it tells you to use. It's wild that they made such a complex app and the documentation is just super basic. Like many things with Microsoft, the documentation varies kind of wildly. Like right now, I am reading through this page, which is like reasonably robust and easy to follow. It just would be nice if one of the troubleshooting steps it told me to do, it actually included the tool I was trying to use. Let's try the test on this one. It detects the DNS server. The DNS exists. DNS is working. That we can say definitively. That we can say without a shadow of a doubt. Imagine if the problem is firewall. It feels like it might be at this point. It feels like that might be what the issue is. For the first time in the history of the known universe, the problem might actually not be DNS. I mean, we can rule it out definitively. We can rule out if the issue is the firewall definitively right now. You make a very excellent point. Okay, well, so then is the issue not that it's a public network? What's the error message said? It said, yeah, the FSMO holder could not be contacted. Which is the same error that we got in the command line. It's slightly different from the PowerShell one. Contact FSMO holder. So smart. It says it's domain authenticated. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Then why is it not working? Okay, hang on. This is fine. This is showing the domain. So why is this one not? Why is this one not showing the domain? Try trace route. I mean, I can ping it. Yeah, it just goes straight there. Okay, so server 1 is fine. Server 1 is not the issue. What was it? Get net connection info? Connection profile. Is the DNS service running? Should I check that? Where is the DNS server? There it is. Yes, it is running. What am I looking for here? The DNS record is here. I guess I will try pinging this. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Googling that is that I think it's going to tell me to seize the FSMO roles, which means I'll have to reinstall the OS on this server, which is what I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid seizing because that can create issues if I still want to use this server. What am I trying to do now? I'm trying to get the schema master role off of server 02 onto server 01. I'm just trying to get the schema master role to move over back to the first server. Okay, well, I don't know what's up with that DNS, but pinging that random address that it's telling me to ping does not seem to be working. Yeah, I mean, I am very tempted to just ask ChatGPT at this point. We are at that level of desperation. I'm just not logged in at the moment. I do want to see if this update, which finally seems to be going through, will fix the issue. Maybe that'll fix it. Do I still have the wording of that error message anywhere? Let's see. Give me one moment. I have to take care of something real quick. Sorry about that. good news for anyone who cares. The correct winner won in the NASCAR Truck Series tonight. So that's good. Okay, ChatGPT did not seem very useful. Big cargo left, right, much fun. Mostly left. If they start going right, at most tracks NASCAR goes to, you have a problem. Here in the United States of America, we think that turning right is just a little too complicated. It's just a little much for us. We prefer just going left. Which is very ironic given the standard target audience of NASCAR. All right. What was that update? So you will notice when I hover over this, it actually puts the domain name and not just the word network. Was it really just an update? Was that really all it was? Yeah, it's connected to domain networks now. It was an update. It was a Windows update. Microsoft, why? Ugh. I don't know if I'm supposed to be happy or angry. Now, do note that we still have not confirmed that this is actually going to work. It still doesn't work! It still doesn't work. Okay, so that still wasn't the issue. Okay, when I did the replication thing, it did show some errors, so... Let's see, in rep admin, I see could not find the domain controller for this domain. Errors. DCs can ping each other by DNS name. About issue. We are in extreme desperation mode. Check DNS forwarding. Sure DCs are using correct DNS servers. Specifically, they should be pointed to each other's IP addresses or the DNS server that holds the domain records. Okay, let's try NS lookup. Okay, those are correct. Records should exist. They do exist. Both of those are correct. How do I NS lookup on a specific server? I do NS lookup server. No, I cannot. Enter the IP address of a server as the second. Okay, let me try this. Yeah, that works. Okay. So that's correct. Those are both correct. Check for DNS caching. DNS caching is not the issue. I will promise you that. Check the net logon service. It is running. It's running on both. Locations, sites are in different sites. They are not. They are, in fact, in the same site. Rep admin show REPL. It says it was successful. What do you mean? What are you talking about? This one is could not find domain controller for this domain. The time is the same across both of these. just dump this into ChatGPT. Force SRV entries, sure, whatever. Registration of DNS resource rushers have been initiated. Any errors will be reported in the event viewer. Sync all terminated with no errors. Cool. Is that good? Can I do the thing now? Time is correct. It's a lot of information that I don't know what to do with. Past connectivity, past advertising. Past. This is a fail, I assume. Failed DFSR event. But it passed sysvol check, passed FRS sysvol. Why is it testing this? This is no longer a technology that Active Directory uses. DNS packet. What does that mean? So these are event log tests that it's failing, which I don't think is an issue if it's not failing another test. They're just event log stuff that it's failing. Not failing any actual tests. Time appears to be in sync. I think it may be time to give up for the night and come at this again another day. There's one more thing I can try though. There's always one more thing. So the thing about troubleshooting is that there's always one more thing you can try. Right, I couldn't demote it because it had a pending update. So now I should be able to try that. Okay, one more thing and then I'm giving up for the night. It is kind of late, and I have been up since like 6 this morning. So it probably is a pretty good idea to just give up and come at it fresh. Okay. So we've demoted our domain controller. Did it move the roles? Did it migrate the role? It did. Okay. So when I demoted the domain controller, it force moved the schema master role. Is it fixed? You know what? I've succeeded in what I was trying to do. Server 01 is now the schema master. We did it. We fixed the problem. Not in a way that's good or correct, but it is fixed. That's not the correct way to fix that issue, but I have accomplished what I was trying to accomplish. I have said, IT, when you really boil it down, it's all about turning it off and on again. It's just a matter of figuring out what you're supposed to turn off and on again. And apparently what I was supposed to turn off and on again was demoting and then re-promoting my domain controller. Remarkable. I think that's a good place to call it. I can come back later and grab the other screenshots that I need, but I now have an Active Directory lab that maybe even works now. Another thing I'm gonna do is remove the server 02 from the domain and add it back, because maybe I got an error when I was even just adding it to the domain before I was even trying to make it a domain controller. So maybe that's related to the issue. I don't know. I'll do that later though. I'm not going to do that right now. So that's how you set up Active Directory in only 2 hours and 40 minutes. Good time. You made excellent time. So, I appreciate everyone who stopped by and hung out, as ever. Thank you very much. And I will catch you in the next one.